As you look ahead and ponder your lives, after 4 years of extensive learning, having been taught by some of the greatest minds on the planet, studying late nights, endless exams, essays, please remember to be a fool. Sounds crazy. A fool is by definition a person who lacks good sense or judgment. But I'm here to tell you that good sense and judgment are highly overrated. Wisdom is too often just a fancy word for cynicism. And foolishness is a condescending word for joy, wonder, and curiosity. George Bernard Shaw said, "A man learns to skate by staggering about and making a fool of himself. Indeed, he progresses in all things by resolutely making a fool of himself." I couldn't agree more. It turns out the world provides us with virtually infinite opportunities to be a fool. Only a fool would risk failure. Be that fool. Only a fool would work hard when there's no clear objective. Be that fool. Shouldn't we wait until we have direction before we take decisive action? Otherwise, we risk wasting a lot of time and energy. But many times in life, college graduation, for example, we don't have a clear goal. We're overwhelmed by all of the options, or we're scared we don't know enough to succeed at the thing we want. Doesn't matter. Be a fool and work hard at whatever's right in front of you. I needed money, so I went on as many auditions as I could, up to 5 or 6 a day, all over Manhattan, 5 days a week. And I did this for years. That's thousands of auditions. And how many of those did I actually book? Maybe 1%. The rest, the other 99% of those auditions, just went up in smoke. And that took a weird toll on me. It got depressing. So many useless auditions. Wasn't there something more valuable or productive I could be doing with my time? Only a fool would deliberately scare himself. Be that fool. Here's the thing. Scaring ourselves is, well, it's scary. And that's not necessarily fun for anybody, but you have to do it because it's the most potent catalyst for growth. Outcomes, whether good or bad, allow us to move forward. Maybe trim the sails, but stay in forward motion. Had I exercised good sense and good judgment, had I not been foolish, I never would have done it, and then all I'd have is a vague sense of regret and wonder, which is at best useless and at worst paralyzing.
To really truly be creative, you have to be willing to take risks. You have to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to fail. Failure has such a negative connotation in our society, and I think this is totally unfair because what failure really is the opportunity to learn. If we never failed, it would never occur to us to do things differently. You would just keep doing the same thing because it would always work. But the world changes. People change, and so we have to change. We have to fail in order to succeed.
Only a fool would disregard his past and future. Be that fool. When you try hard at everything you do, even if it feels utterly foolish to do so, you're opening up future doors and possibilities that you might not be seeing in the moment. I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. I love that line. I even got misty saying it on camera that day. What a wonderful way to send Andy off to the great beyond. But it got me thinking, what exactly are the good old days? When do they happen and why? Here's the thing. Good old days are good because they're the times we look back and we really liked ourselves. And I contend that good old days are marked by relatively high levels of foolishness. Case in point, college. College is almost always considered good old days, and for good reason. It's one of the great incubators for foolishness. Sadly, so much of the vitality and curiosity that we bring to college is almost immediately squished out of us when we step out into the real world. Remember when you arrived as freshmen for orientation, and you were so open and curious and vulnerable. You went out of your way to meet the other kids on your hall. You helped your neighbors move in. Over the next 4 years, you worked hard, but you probably also went to some weird jazz concerts or poetry readings. Maybe a party or two, I don't know. Perhaps you stayed up late debating Ayn Rand versus Karl Marx, or skipped class to go on a great hike. You joined clubs, you scoured the course catalog to find subjects that ignited your curiosity. The world will tell you that that's all well and good, but it's time to grow up now and leave those foolish, youthful diversions behind. Don't fall for that. I'm here to tell you those foolish diversions are the real nectar of life. Don't relegate them to the good old days. Take them with you. Keep creating good old days.
And I know I will be judged by all those who care to watch on YouTube and compared, but my lesson is this. I don't give a okay? I'm sorry. Now listen up. You cannot let a fear of failure or a fear of comparison or a fear of judgment stop you from doing what's going to make you great. You cannot succeed without this risk of failure. You cannot have a voice without the risk of criticism. And you cannot love without the risk of loss. You must go out and you must take these risks. Everything I'm truly proud of in this life has been a terrifying prospect to me. From my first play, to hosting Saturday Night Live, to getting married, to being a father, to speaking to you today. None of it comes easy. And people will tell you to do what makes you happy. But a lot of this has been hard work. And I'm not always happy. And I don't think you should do just what makes you happy. I think you should do what makes you great. Do what's uncomfortable and scary and hard, but pays off in the long run. Be willing to fail. Let yourself fail. Fail in the way, in the place where you would want to fail. Fail, pick yourself up, and fail again. Because without this struggle, what is your success anyway? Look, as best we know it, we have one life. In it, you have to trust your own voice, your own ideas, your honesty, your vulnerability, and through this you will find your way. You do not have to be fearless. Just don't let fear stop you. Live like this as best you can, and I guarantee you will look back on a life well lived. You are capable of greatness in your profession, and more importantly, in your quality of self. Stay hungry. Stay young at heart. Take those risks. You are going to change the world around you in big ways and in small. And I greatly look forward to being a part of the future that you will shape.
What a fantastic day. Such a proud moment. I can see it in your faces, excited, full of hope. Somewhere deep inside, we all share the secrets of the world, the human condition, all of the arts and sciences. How you live your life determines how many of those secrets will be revealed to you. Pursuing knowledge and responsibility gets you halfway there. The other half can only be tapped by being a glorious and wonderful fool. Always nurture a healthy contempt for maturity and level-headedness. The world out there cultivates conformity and cynicism, but you don't have to. Take a stand, put up a fight, be a fool.